Hello and welcome to Kendrick Farms. Hopefully you're all doing well this fine Tuesday evening. We are getting everything set up here. I moved a lot of stuff around in my office today, and so we busted out the green screen again just because it was easier than getting everything else put back together. I actually took my camera with me this weekend to use for some actual photos for a change. And I didn't get it back onto my normal desk setup here before the live stream, so we've got it all hodgepodge. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. We're gonna see how it goes. So good to see everyone in chat today, though. Old man Jeb made it. Nice to see you, sir. Living on a player. Good to see you, man. Pleasant View Farms. Howdy, howdy. Alan Troiter. Good to see you, man. Chris, welcome from Queensland, Australia. It's good to see you, sir. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game here. I did get my steering wheel set up here as well. So we're going to give that a little bit of a shot tonight and see how that works. There we go. Found all the right camera spots and everything here. And let's just move this phone out of the way here. You can see we haven't done a whole lot of setup here. I drove this fertilizer cart and tractor back up to the farm after the last live stream. And now we've got to get everything switched over. We need to do some lime here. So that's the order of the business today, is we need to jump in and spread some lime on our own fields. In order to do that, we're going to have to haul this thing back up to the farm. Oh no, the steering wheel isn't being recognized. We're going to have to go back out to the menu right quick and fix that, because without a steering wheel, the whole setup's going to fall apart pretty quickly tonight. Fallen Oak Farm, good to see you, man. It's been a while since you made a stream, but it is good to see you, sir. Let me see here if I can find my steering wheel settings. Oops. Device mouse. Why do I only have one device here for the mouse and nothing for the keyboard? All right. Well, this is a complete fail. We're going to unplug it and plug it back in, because that always fixes things. And Pleasant View Farms, I believe I did update the tractor today, so hopefully that part will at least be improved. I at least downloaded it. We'll see if we put it in the right mods folder. So we've got Farm Sim coming back open here. Joey, good to see you, man. Barney, how you doing? Horrible cold and a migraine. Well, hopefully you get through that without too many issues here. Gamepads and steering wheels are turned on, and we're still not seeing the steering wheel. Well, that's unfortunate. We're going to have to give up on that. I have no idea why that's not working. Either way, we'll jump right back into things and we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I do also blame the Logitech software they're living. It has been a struggle since day one. So we'll move on here and we'll do it with the good old keyboard and mouse. Yeah, my Logitech software says no devices found, so that's definitely the cause of our struggles this evening. Vincent, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. Soy Farms, good day. You had surgery today. Well, hopefully you're going to recover quickly. I've been through a number of different surgeries here myself over the last several months, so I can know how exhausting that can be, I'll say. We're going to tab on over here. We've got a few pieces of equipment, but I just remembered last time we had the worker up here working on plowing up this field. So I'm going to go ahead and get that guy going again here right quick. Let's see. We've got gears here. There we go. And then, like we said, we're going to get back into this Alice Chalmers and run it up to the yard. And we're going to dump all of this dry fertilizer out of the tanks, because we are going to need that when we get around to planting. I haven't quite decided what we're going to plant yet. We've got a little bit of time. But I do know that we need to spread lime on all of our fields, or both of our fields. I say all as if we have a ton of fields. So we'll go ahead and get that emptied, see how much lime we can get for our measly $8,000 that we've got here. And we'll go from there. I'm so disappointed that this steering wheel isn't working, though. I went out of my way to shuffle everything around in my office just to get it plugged in here so that we could use it. And not so much working. So let's see here. I've got... we're going to get this going down the road, and I'm going to change a couple of settings here still. But we're definitely doing good. Yeah, the hitch looks like it's off a little bit, although I don't know if that's the tractor or the implement at this point. We'd have to find another implement to hook up to this to verify that, but the PTO is definitely fixed now. And we haven't gotten a planter yet because it's too late in the year for planting. I'm hoping we can make enough money to justify buying a planter when the time comes, as opposed to leasing it. So we'll have to sort that out for sure. Let's see here. All right, first things first, and this is going to be super disorienting for you guys, but we're going to come over here, and I need to flip this transform. Boom. There we go. Whoa. We've almost got to get the crash counter out tonight. It always bothers me when I'm on camera and I'm not, like, looking into the center of the screen. I'm looking off to the edge, so we've always got to monkey with the camera. We'll see how this works. It's also slightly less disorienting for me because things are on the right sides for me when it's this way, so all the little things. Let's see. Although I have to say, unfortunately, doing that, I've lost chat. Where'd you guys go? There you are. Nice, nice. Tad, welcome to the stream. How you doing, sir? Good to see ya. We are rocking and rolling here on our survival series, though. I'm really excited to get back to this. I've been out of town for the last 4 days. For my oldest is going to college here, not immediately, but soon-ish, and so we've been out looking at colleges this spring, trying to figure out where he's going to go, because apparently we've got to have those decisions made by the end of this year. So we're going to town on figuring that out right now, and we had a great long holiday weekend here, out exploring a couple of different college campuses, so that was a lot of fun. And now we're back at things, and hopefully get some videos out this week. I've got a new series that I've been starting to work on putting together that I think is going to be fun. In fact, I think it's going to be fun, so much so that I'm calling it the Just for Fun series, where we're going to just play the game and not worry about setting up a specific scenario. We're just going to use a bunch of different mods and have some fun, try some new things out. So we'll see how that one goes. But that should be coming later in the week. Today is going to be focused on hitting this lime, and then I think we've got capacity to do one more contract this month. We're trying to limit ourselves to 2 contracts in a given month here, so we'll see how this goes. I'm looking for the lime fill point. I can't recall exactly where that is at this place. I know the fertilizer fill point is inside. I guess it's probably in here as well. Let's pop in here and see. Maybe it's the same as the dry fertilizer, and I'll get an option here when we pull in. Nope. Oh, I did not want that much dry fertilizer. That's unfortunate. Well, where is the lime point here? We're gonna have to dump this out now at some point. Buy station lime. It's right on the other side here. All right. Well, I really didn't want all that fertilizer, and it came out so fast. We'll have to remember that's up here when we come back later. Now I am going to fill this up because lime doesn't go very far and it's cheap. And so we're going to take all of this back up with us. Now I was hoping there was an exit out the front here, but apparently not. Living it bothers you and filming things too. Don't like seeing the subject frame close to the edge of the screen they are looking out of. Yeah, exactly. I need to move my camera a little bit more so that it's a little bit more straight on, so that as I look between my monitors, I'm not always looking away from it. I'd love to look at chat if I can, but I've got such wide monitors it makes it a little bit difficult sometimes. So I think I've hit the limit to how wide I can have a monitor and have a comfortable setup for streaming right now. So I guess that's a good problem to have. Pleasant View Farms, what do you think of the next Alice you've been working on, the 7080? It looks pretty sweet, sir. I'm definitely looking forward to trying that one out. Oh goodness, we're blocking this car here. He's not going to be very happy. I'm going to have to get back on the road here to get over this bridge, though. Hey, Farmer Tech, how's it going? Good to see you, sir. Mr. Simulation, yeah, my, it's funny is I started working on your map tour, and then, because I was going to do a map tour video for it, and then we had a whole bunch of problems last week, or in the last week and a half, including my editor was without power for almost a week as a result of some of the storms that came through up in Canada. And so that put a little bit of a dent in some of my plans and timing. And then I postponed things a little bit long, and we've been out of town for almost a week. So hopefully coming soon. Mr. D9. It's funny, my uncle actually collects classic Oliver tractors. Well, I guess they're all classic because they don't make them anymore. But I would definitely like to get a few different kinds of older machinery going in different series here at some point. I think I do like playing with modern machinery, and that's going to be my other series when I get back to running two in parallel here. But I've been having a lot of fun with all of this older machinery, that's for sure. So we'll have to see if there's a place we can find for some of that older equipment and some different flavors of mods. I'd really like to see a nice white combine, or a gleaner combine, I guess it would be, to go along with some of this other equipment that we've got running right now. That would be pretty sweet. And I know there's some white tractors out there, which I think we talked about last stream, but I would love to get some white equipment out here as well at some point. Now I'm really curious to see how far this lime is going to go here for us, so let's hop on out here and just get started right off. The nice thing with precision farming is it does the variable spray rate here, so we don't have to worry about wasting too much material as we move about. I'm just now remembering that the smoke or particle effects, the dust effects on this lime spreader are a little bit bugged. I kept meaning to go in and fix this, and I never got around to it. Unfortunate. Yeah, Mr. Simulation, Gleaner, there was a couple of okay Gleaner mods in FS19. I haven't seen anybody working on one in 22 yet. I've heard a few people talk about it, but I haven't seen any screenshots of anything coming yet. But I've also been a little bit out of the loop a bit, so hopefully at some point we'll start seeing that. I've just enjoyed seeing a lot of different brands coming, you know, a lot of focus always on the big, you know, brands, New Holland, Case, John Deere type stuff, but I feel like here in 22 we've got some pretty high quality older equipment coming out now, which has been fun. I do really wish I'd put GPS on this older equipment, though, even though maybe you wouldn't have had it at that point in time. But I think for our purposes, we may have to do that upgrade when we can afford it. Andrea, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Lifer, good to see you, sir. Sarah, good to see you. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna own it, and we're gonna follow the lines so that we can go semi-straight here. And yeah, Gladwin, the John Deere 4020 is a good tractor. I've been using that on my Westby series when we were playing on Westby, and I like that a lot. We've got the nice open cab International over here, though, that we've been using to plow up this other field. So that's been a fun, smaller, open cab tractor to use for sure as well. You don't see as many open cab tractors, and I've talked about it a few times, but I kind of have a size limit. Like, I have a hard time going much below 12-row sized equipment for things like planting and whatnot. So this is really pushing my limits on being a little bit on the smaller side of what I like to typically use in this series, but we're gonna make it work. We've pushed our limit down from 12-row to 8-row. I can handle some 8-row equipment for one series, but the 6-row stuff is just right out. I couldn't bring myself to go all the way down to 6-row. But yeah, the dust effects here on this thing, especially when using, I think it's just with lime. I don't think I had this problem when I was spreading dry fertilizer previously. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we can line things up here, not waste quite so much of a pass as we're coming down. Sarah Greets, nice tractor. Yeah, absolutely. I've been loving this thing. Pleasant View Farms, who's in the chat here, is the guy responsible for getting this converted and edited up for FS22. The little John Deere sprayer they added to the in-game mod list works really nice. Yeah, I saw that one. I was tempted to give it a try. We've got a different sprayer that I typically use on my small series that's loaded up right now, but I might get to a point where I'll try out a couple different ones. Yeah, Mr. D9, a lot of farmers are using older equipment for sure. I mean, there's a lot of uses for a tractor on the farm, even if it's not the most powerful piece of equipment by today's standards. Especially the smaller farms, you see a lot of stuff still in use that's working just fine. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, that weeder, I know there's like I think it's an 8-row weeder, maybe it's only 6 rows, that I think Rooster Mods released. I'm really tempted to give that one a shot here at some point. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun. We actually used a rotary hoe, like a mechanical weeder back in the day, to do some of our stuff. So I've actually used one in real life. It didn't work overly well when we used it, but that might be a good thing to play around with on this series and cut down on some of our product costs for sure. Yeah, like for a lot of the older equipment is selling better than the new stuff. I know a lot of farmers aren't keen on dealing with some of the technology problems with some of the newer tractors. Whoa, we're all over the place. Well, let's loop back around here and see if we can get that straightened out. There we go. Justin Risinger, welcome to the chat, man. We're still at 2 fields owned. We've done quite a few contracts, but we're still in our first fall season here. And so we're trying to do... I'm trying now to do 1 month per stream at a minimum and do no more than 2 contracts during a given month. We want to kind of keep ourselves in that realm of reasonableness. I don't want to cheese out and do 100 contracts and have all the money in the world. So we're making an attempt to rein ourselves in a little bit here. So I don't think we'll end up with a new field until next year, probably. I am going to install the lease mod, I think. I haven't decided yet if the mod that lets you lease land is going to be fair here or not. But looking at the prices to buy land, I'm going to need 323, 300,000, 282, $282,000 here to buy this little tiny field by our farm. That's a fair amount of money for us here, so not quite sure when we're going to get around to making that first land purchase yet. Maybe our crops are going to sell a lot better than I expect, but I'm not sure. I'm going to let this plow turn the corner here, and then we'll come up behind them and just overlap and spread as we go down. And then I can jump across on the other side of it. Glad when you did most of your disking with an old Ford 6000 about 8 years ago. Yeah, we used, I mean, when I farmed 25 years ago, and my go-to tractor was a 4240, so. I definitely have a soft spot for the older equipment here. Alright, so it'll look a little bit funny, but we'll know the lime is there underneath. It doesn't matter if it goes in before or after the tillage here, so this is going to let me jump past this plow and get going. And yeah, Pleasant View Farms, I do need to start making that whiskey. We've got some corn in the bins, and I think I figured out where I can take it into town to get the cracked corn, but I am going to have to buy the production point, and we didn't have enough money available to buy the production point so that we could make the cracked corn in order to do whiskey. So unfortunately, we are stuck wanting to do that, but not quite there yet. Run a row crop cultivator and a solid stand of pea vine. The corn is still moving 50 foot behind you. Yeah, we had a row crop cultivator that we used on our farm, and we also used it. We did side dressing at the same time as we were trying to turn the weeds over in the row. So it was kind of a dual purpose run down the field in the early stages there with the corn. All right, so that's all our liming done. We've definitely way overspent on product, so I guess good news, bad news is we've got plenty of product for down the road. I'd really love to not have that much extra lime, because I'm not sure what I'm going to use the lime for. Maybe there'll be a contract to spread some lime at some point, but for now we'll just dump this up at the farm. That wasn't that expensive. The fertilizer that we've got sitting in the co-op there is unfortunate though, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Let's run this back up to the yard. We're gonna dump this lime out. We'll move it into the shed here at some point, and then I think we'll take a quick look at the contract list, see if there's a contract we can do while we wait for our plowing to get done, and then we'll probably skip ahead to October here, because I know there's going to be some good harvesting contracts to go do. And I'm going to just stack all this lime right in here. Nitrodad, how you doing, sir? If it matters, in the last update I cut land prices in half on the entire map. Oh, well, there you go. We'll probably do that update then before we start buying land, because 141k sounds a lot more doable in the next calendar year here than 300 and something for me. So we'll take a look at that. Wash that orange beast. Yeah, there you go. We've got the pressure washer now. We spent the money at the end of last stream to get the pressure washer, so we can spray everything off here. We put it right up next to the barn there, because I knew that's where I'd be pulling in. And Pleasant View Farms, have I found a seeder for this series? I do have a couple of seeders installed. I think they're John Deere seeders. There weren't a ton of great options. I didn't want something too small, but I didn't want something too big either, since we've got all this older equipment, but I think I found one. And it's really annoying that this message stays up. Like, yes, I know I'm almost at the end of the reach. I want to be at the end of my reach. Just go away, flashy message. There we go. So I suppose I shouldn't have put the fertilizer in here because well, let's check our contracts first. I'm always getting ahead of myself, but I thought there was a couple of good fertilizer contracts out here that could make some money, and we'll use up a bunch of that fertilizer we've got. So let's go ahead and grab this Field 71. We'll do one fertilizer contract here before we move the time ahead here to the next day. But we are going to slide this pallet back out here and get this going. We'll swing by the co-op too, just to make sure we've got enough dry fertilizer to do what we need to do in this contract. I'm not even sure where the contract is. If we pop open our map here, maybe we'll see. 71 is not that far away, on the other side of the river. Toby Neal, how you doing, by the way, sir? Hopefully well. And I missed, Dylan had to duck out a little bit ago. He's got to be up in 7 hours, so I'll appreciate you swinging into the stream for a bit there, sir. Matthew, I got this spreader off of Tyson Dennis's webpage. He converted a bunch of mods from FS19, so if you look for Tyson Dennis's website, you'll find this and a bunch of other mods that he's converted over from FS19. So, good times. Although it does have a little bit of an issue with the dust particles for spreading lime, but nothing you can't manage for sure. I love that you can see the flashing 71 on the mini-map, so you've got a general idea of which direction your field is at. You're not just completely blind without looking at the map. A little bit of compass directions there for us. We do need a like a road tractor, something that's a little bit faster if we're going to keep doing contracts in this series. See if I can find something that's, 24 or 26 miles an hour. Although, realistically, I suppose most of these older tractors were probably even slower than this. I think most of the ones I drove, you were happy if you got going 18 miles an hour without getting bounced through the rear window. Yeah, Toby, we had a great holiday weekend. We got to go visit a couple colleges with the oldest. And actually, my wife did the college tours, and I entertained the 5-year-old. We went to Chicago, got to take him all around, went to the zoo and a bunch of other places. So it was a good weekend. And I keep forgetting, there's no entrance on the front side of the co-op here. We got to swing all the way around here to the back to pick up the rest of this fertilizer. Hey, Donald Brown, how you doing, sir? I am doing great tonight. We're having wonderful weather here in Michigan. It's been about 86 most of the afternoon, which has been pretty cool. Maybe even just a little bit too hot, but my office is in the basement, so I actually had the window open most of the day to get some fresh air down here. It was really, really nice, actually. Alrighty. We've got a fair amount of fertilizer now. I'm feeling semi-confident this is going to carry us through. Let's see here. 71 is right down there. Perfect. We'll take the road to the left here. I think last time we were taking the road to the right, so this will give us an opportunity to swing through yet another part of the map here. Yeah, Gadwin. Yeah, it's definitely going to cost a bit, especially because he wants to go to an out-of-state college. We definitely looked at what the price difference was. In-state is obviously way cheaper here in the United States, but the college he wants to go to is unfortunately out of state, and it makes a lot of sense to go to the best college for what you're looking to major in. And so we're gonna end up spending a pretty penny extra to give him a good option for school here. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'd really like to help him out as much as we can, though, as he goes through that process. I know it was no fun for me starting life in a fair amount of debt from going to school, so. Old Man Jeb, you have a pretty built-out auto-drive network on the multiplayer server that might be helpful. Yeah, I was thinking about nabbing that. I actually don't have auto-drive or courseplay installed even on this save right now, I don't think. We've been doing things a little bit more old school here. Pleasant View Farms, have a good evening, sir. Hopefully your day goes well tomorrow. See you later, sir. Levi, I will be honest, I have tried to make a Google Doc and keep it up to date with my mods. I did that for a while in FS19, and I started FS22 out with one of those. The problem is I change up what mods I have so often that it's just difficult to maintain. And so what I've done is on my Discord server, we have a mod links channel in the Discord server. And that's where I try to drop links to mods. Anytime somebody asks about a specific mod that I'm using in my series, there'll almost always be a link to it there. And we're chatting and not paying attention to where we're going. I think I missed the entrance. Oh, no, it's right here. So yeah, so if you join the Discord server, which the link to the Discord server is in the description of the video here, the description of all of my videos, actually. You can hop on there and see a lot of the mods that I use, and if there's ever one that I'm using that you don't see on the Discord server, you're always welcome to ask, hey, what mod was that Kedrick was using in his live stream? I would love to get my hands on that. Now, we are going to cheese just a little bit and make sure we're spreading at a low rate. We are. We've got lots of fertilizer, but we're not made of money, that's for sure. I do love the precision farming map screens where you can see how much you've done, where you've done things. It's just such a nice little feature as part of the map. And we're leaving our HUD on today so I can follow along with the contract status here. We're at 10% already, so good times. Scooter's Workbench, it's good to see you, sir. How you doing? We're trucking here. We're doing our contract for the night. I think I did one fertilizer contract towards the end of last stream, so this is the only remaining contract I'm allowing myself to do here in the month of September in the game. So as soon as we're done with this, we're gonna drive this back up to the farm and move the day forward to October, I think, or the month forward, I should say. In fact, we'll bump time up here to 5x while we're doing that, just so the time of day changes a little bit. Maybe we'll even go up to 15. David, you're getting Farming Simulator steering wheel set tomorrow. Nice. I used that steering wheel for quite a while. I actually really liked it. It wore out eventually, and I upgraded to like a G29 or a G920. I forget which one it is. The Xbox one. They're the same. And I've really liked that one, especially with the force feedback in FS22. But the actual farming simulator wheel worked really well for me for like two years before it wore out. Jackson, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, there's our headland pass. Let's jump up here, and I think I'll just pick a row, and we'll straighten this out. That way I'm not trying to guess where I'm going based on the mini-map. We'll just do the up and down rows here, and it'll be nice and easy. You can even zoom in a bit here and turn off our flashers and admire this beautiful Alice Chalmers. Daxton, how you doing? I'm overlapping a bit to my left more than I need to, but that's all right. We'll get there. I am going to keep bumping the mic today, though. I realize that where I've got my camera set up now, which is a temporary setup, was not optimal for my microphone placement. So hopefully everybody can still hear me pretty well tonight. Nobody's complained. It's always a good sign. And we're just going to keep playing with where we've got our camera and our monitors a bit over the next week or so, I think. I've been trying to move things around a little bit because, believe it or not, I sit at the computer all day for work, and then we record videos and stream off hours. And my neck is the worst part. Like, my neck just gets so sore if I'm looking at things at, like, odd angles and stuff, so I'm like always tweaking with the monitor, the chair, the keyboard, where I've got things put, the height of my desk. The standing desk has been the best purchase I've made in my life. So as you get older, you'll appreciate some of these things more, I feel. Or as I've gotten older, I should say. Rich Foley, you've got the 920, haven't had any problems. Nice. Yeah, I've got it. The only problem I have is every once in a while, the Logitech software just does not detect it. So I've got it plugged in right now, but the Logitech software can't seem to recognize that we've got anything plugged in at the moment. So we're going to have to probably just reboot. I probably did a Windows update or something got out of whack and the computer just needs to be rebooted here. So it happens. I'm always very hesitant to restart my computer. I've got so many projects and different things open from work and other things that it's just such a hassle to get things going again after a reboot. Let's see, I'm missing a strip. We gotta jump over a couple of rows here. There, that looks better. That's better. We'll jump over a couple more just to make sure. The problem with doing contracts is you miss little bits like that, and then you spend a long time trying to find the little bits that you missed when you get to 99% of the field completed or something. Now, I'm hoping this contract was like $7 grand or something. I'm hoping this will offset all of the waste that we had with our buying all this fertilizer in excess. We really shouldn't have bought that much fertilizer, so using it up in a contract like this is definitely going to help soften the blow there of the mistakes earlier in the episode, or the stream, I should say. Goodness. Hopefully everyone had a good Memorial Day weekend. I know I, for one, got to get out and enjoy some sunshine with the family. We were out on the lake a little bit yesterday, swimming with the kids. Good times. We've finished the contract, so we're going to cut ourselves off there and go ahead and complete. And let's see here, 7,000, good deal. That's gonna put us in a pretty good spot here. So we'll keep trucking on things. Colt says the stream is lagging. I show an excellent connection up here in my upper right-hand corner. I'm looking up at my YouTube monitor here, and it says everything should be good to go. So hopefully the issues are not on my end. Old man Jeb there, no issues on his end. Good to hear it. Rap Attack Monster Truck Racing. There's a channel name. Love it. Love your vids. Well, appreciate it. The highest internet speed you can get where you live is 6 megabits. That's unfortunate. I've got gigabit internet, so usually I don't have too many problems, although my upload speed is definitely slower than my download speed, so that's always the killer when you're streaming. But at least according to what I'm looking at down here, I should be using only a fraction of my internet right now for the upload, since I am only streaming in 1080p. Nice. I took my 5-year-old to see his first monster truck rally here. Oh geez, it would have been a few months back in the fall, so that was a lot of fun, although he was definitely scared of the noise. So he loves the trucks, doesn't like the noise. But we actually got to go on a ride on the back of one of the trucks, so that was a lot of fun for him. Old man Jeb, fiber is like 3 to 4 blocks from your house. I know. I wish I could get fiber here. I wish I could get fiber here. We're just outside of the areas where they offer that as well. So I've got cable internet here still, so I get a gigabit down, but it caps me at like 45 megs upload speed or something like that. We're missing our flashers. So since we've got not that much fertilizer, we're going to keep the rest of this fertilizer for planting. And the goal here is going to be, we're going to go dump that fertilizer back up at the yard. We're going to return the lease on this spreader, because this is a leased spreader and I don't want to pay a whole bunch of money for it here. Before the day ticks over, we've definitely got to remember to return this lease, because we don't have money to waste at this point, and we wasted so much on fertilizer as it is. I'm really hoping there's some good harvest contracts here in October that we can go jump on, because harvest is so much more fun than some of the other activities here. I'd have to say harvesting is probably my favorite task, both in real life and in farm sim. It's just too much fun. Lone Hail, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I feel like this driveway gets longer every time we drive down it. We've also got to go check in on our plow. I think that worker finished a while ago, and so we might have to clean up just a couple of things there, but I'm not too worried about it because it's a pretty straightforward field, that's for sure. Old man Jeb, you guys had Godly Nagi chopping corn the other night. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's the funnest part on the multiplayer servers as well, I feel like, is harvest time, because there's jobs for everybody to do. You can get multiple harvesters out there. You get people running grain cart and trucks, and I don't know, I always like to try and just race against the clock and see how efficient you can be, make sure everybody's able to keep moving and doing something. So that's good times. We might have to jump back over onto the multiplayer servers for a live stream at some point here soon as well. We are running 3 multiplayer servers right now. We've got a big Huron 16X map that we're running, and then we've got, what is our other servers? We've got a Westby server that's been going for a while. That's a bigger map, right? A 4X map. And then we just stood up a week ago now, a Middleburgh server here, which is what we're playing tonight on, this is my single player server, but we've got a multiplayer server running that, and it sounds like people are having a lot of fun over there. I've seen a lot of activity on that server, which is always good. Legacy Ag, welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. Gedwin, multiplayer haymaking is fun. Yeah, I agree with that. I can't stand doing grass work solo, just because there's like so many different passes, and it feels like you're just running through the same field, over and over and over again. Doing it multiplayer wouldn't be too bad, because you could get somebody in a different tractor doing each of those jobs on their own. All right, let's take a look here and see if I can remember how to return a lease, which is this. Return this lease for sure. And let's grab these. I'm just going to toss these in the shed, get them out of the way, because it always irks me when I leave a bunch of junk laying around in the yard. Rap Attack, have a good one, sir. Appreciate you jumping in the stream tonight. And yeah, I'm going to have to check out this monster truck of yours and see what that's all about. All right, let's get this over here. Boom, there we go. Let's see. I can't remember what order we bought our tractors in. Oh, we do have some to clean up here. Well, that's all right. We haven't done a whole lot of work on the old farm all here, so let's jump into things and see if we can wrap up the last few passes on this field here. There we go. We're overlapping just a bit much. I think I could jump over a little bit here. Perfect, perfect. Jackson, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think my family's probably a little mad at me. We started watching the new season of Stranger Things, but we were gone over the weekend, so we couldn't like binge watch it like we would normally do. And now I'm streaming tonight, so my oldest will have to go to bed by the time I'm done streaming, so we won't get to watch another episode until tomorrow. So I'm hoping they're not up there trying to watch it without me. That would be uncivilized of them to leave me out of the fun family experience. Yeah, Old Man Jeb, this is a popular tractor for, I'll say, collectors. I've seen a lot of guys that have these that they've cleaned up real nice, and I see them in parades as well, a lot more than I see them actually out farming, I think. Let's see. Whoop, that's too fast. Gotta find the right gear for this this thing, especially on the side hill here. I think 7 miles an hour is probably about as fast as we could get this thing going anyway, so. There we go. Oh, and we took out that whole side, which is good. So I think we just need to come down here and knock out the headland pass, and we'll be pretty good. Got in a pinch, so I sold everything, and now I'm all good to game on. Nice. We'll bump it up into high 4 here for a few feet. Bounce ourselves around. Yeah, I don't know how much of the headlands I did before this. I can see that I did some, but I'm just going to do this part here over again to make sure we didn't miss any bits. I feel like we probably didn't. Jackson, is there a geo for this? So I think there is some amount of customization that was built into the crop calendar on this map. I'll bring it up here real quick. If we look here, we've got the planting calendar here. I don't even know what the base game calendar looks like at this point. But I feel like modifications were made, but maybe I'm wrong. Kendall, welcome to the stream. How you doing? So, Gadwin, it depends on what job we were doing. We did the headlands after as well, because the thought being you did all your turning around and then you wanted to till those up at the end to get rid of the compaction. In fact, what we used to do is when we were planting, you would plant all of the up and down rows, and then at the end, after you were done, we'd come through with some light tillage to break up the headlands and then plant the headland at the end. So I've definitely seen that done a lot of different ways, though, by different farmers, but we were headlands at the end kind of farmers ourselves. Whoa, there's a big bump there. So I think we're done with all of our tillage now. I think we're done with all of the lime. I'm going to get this up to the yard where we can give it a hose down here. And we'll take a quick look at the precision farming map, because we bought all of the precision farming data for our fields. So we went and got the scanner actually from the store. So we should have some good data right now. Let's take a quick look. We've got one field that's really good soil, and the other field is a little bit sandier. So that'll be interesting. Our pH levels are updated now. I'm not sure why these are a little bit off from the other ones when there's not a soil difference there. That worries me slightly, but we'll see how it goes. Nitrogen's definitely a problem, so we'll have to work on that. Get this guy all cleaned up. Toby, you're not an IH fan, but you went through the roof when you watched Whistling Diesel destroy that 1206 he won at the Farm Progress show a couple of years ago. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of the Farm Progress show, I think I'm going to be down there this year, so I'm looking forward to that. I haven't been to a Farm Progress show since I was a teenager, working on the farm actually, I think. So it's been a number of years here since I've been to a big farm show. Been to a few smaller ones, but it'll be nice to get back over into, I think it's in Iowa this year, and check things out there. Should be a lot of fun. All right, let's see if we can put this one in this lean-to next to the cultivator here. We should have started turning sooner. Not too bad. I think I've got manual attach on, so there we go. Looking good. Now I know we're gonna have some leftover stuff, so I'm not gonna put this back in the shed just now because I think we are going to be getting a harvest contract of some kind here. So my goal. Wow, I need to get that mod for the paint costs here for that, but paint doesn't really affect my ability to use the tractor, I guess. We're gonna grab the single tires here and get this hooked back up to the gravity wagons while I fast forward time. I can't seem to go faster than -1. I can't drop gears here. I'm a little bit confused why I can't go slower than, or into a lower gear than first gear reverse. Old man Jeb, am I going to go to FarmCon? I am not. FarmCon is in Mannheim, Germany this year. And while I will be in Europe for several weeks this summer, it didn't line up with getting to go to FarmCon. And also for those, we were talking earlier about the hitch point. I think the hitch point is fine. I think it was that Wilmer that was messed up. Toby, last show you were at was Husker Harvest Days 10 years ago. Yeah, that's the one in South Dakota, isn't it? Or is it over in Nebraska? I can't remember. That's like the little cousin to the Farm Progress show, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna bump this time up into overdrive. Oh, the loan interest is killing me. All right, let's take this back down a bit here. And we probably shouldn't have let the tractor run overnight. That's all right. Penn State does ag progress days every fall for like 5 days. Yeah, I know a lot of the colleges with ag focuses tend to do stuff like that. I'm sure Michigan has a few too that I haven't gone to. All right, let's see here. Wrong map. We're looking for this map here. And I'm really hoping to see a few more fields in a harvest-ready state, like so. Let's jump over to contracts, and I see lots of fertilizing, lots of sowing, cultivating, and baling. But we don't have any harvest contracts yet. That's unfortunate. We'll give it a little bit here. Those will update as time goes on here. Oh, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. There you go. Yeah, I think I've only been to Nebraska like twice in my life. All right, I'm going to run the clock up here a bit and get into a little bit more the middle of the day. I think the map is probably still updating like usual for a 4X map, so we'll give it a bit. Old man Jeb, you're not missing much. Nice. We've got lots of weeding. That's a really weird contract layout here. Like, we've got a ton of contracts. I just don't understand why they're all fertilizing and sowing and things like that. Like, why are none of the harvestable fields? I mean, we've got a good 10 harvestable fields up. How come none of those pulled a contract is what I want to know. I would have even taken one of these root crop ones in a pinch just for something different to do. Well, I'll move it forward to noon here and see what happens, because we just don't have the equipment to do much else. I could do another field work contract. I'm just not overly excited at the prospect of doing more plowing. So I really want to see one of those harvest contracts come up. Yeah, Farmer Tech, I think that they really want to do a FarmCon in the States. They're still working on getting their office set up here this year, so I don't think we'll see it. Well, obviously we won't see it this year, but maybe next year. Maybe next year. There it is, harvesting. 4,500. It is a soybean field. I mean, I'm going to accept it no matter what before it disappears. I'm going to have to get a cutter head. But we were smart. We brought our combine up here knowing that we were going to lease ourselves a cutting head. I was actually hoping we could afford to buy a cutting head by now, because I know we're going to need it. Oh, look, we can. Now, how big is our corn head? I want to get the same size headers here. So this is a 6-meter corn head, which is an 8-row. Let's do something the same. That'll be good rather than going all the way up. We'll do a 6-meter for the cutter as well. Bat reel or galvanized. Ooh, early model fingers. I like early model fingers. Although bat reel's kind of cool. We're going to do the bat reel, I think. And there goes our money. Woo! It's all right. We're going to need this. All right, let's get this all hooked up, and then we'll go find this field 30 that we're harvesting in. Oh, that's right. I can do wheelies in this combine. I forgot. Whoa. Wheelies. All right, let's take a quick look at our map and see if we can figure out where we're going. 30 is, of course, the furthest field up in the top corner here. That's all right. We'll make it work. Let me take one more look at this map. Yeah, we'll make that work. I can squeeze out of this gate here. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All right, there we go. Now, we're not going to win any races in this combine, is why I'm a little bit discouraged by the fact that we've got to go so far, but you can see Chimney Rock from my kitchen window, but grew up in the Sandhills. Nice. Mr. Junt, welcome to the stream. How you doing, sir? Did I start from scratch or new farmer? So I did start on new farmer mode because I wanted to own the field. And then what we did is we replaced the starting equipment with just different starting equipment. So I switched out the tractor and the wagon and stuff with a different one. And then we gave ourselves a whole bunch of debt and got rid of the rest of our money. So we're actually starting in the hole. So it's probably even harder than new farmer mode, or than start from scratch in some ways. But it allowed us to start with that starting farm. So that's the difference. I guess if you did start from scratch, I think the problem was I couldn't even afford the farmland because it was so expensive at the time. And so that's why we decided to start in new farmer mode. But then I upped all the difficulty settings. And so we are playing on the hardest economic settings right now. So that keeps us from having too easy of a time with things. I'm just looking for the best way to get over here to where we're headed. Yeah, we used to drive down the road with our 12-row header on. Oh my goodness. I don't think I reset the crash counter from last time. Maybe we should just keep a running crash counter for the entire series. Last time we had a lot of crashes. Yeah, we used to use our 12-row equipment down the road, but that was southern Minnesota, and we didn't have a lot of things on the road side of the ditch, so you could just hang off onto the shoulder and have the header hang way into the ditch and get down the roads without too much problems. Jackson, I do not have a folder designated for people to download, mostly because I have a lot of early access mods and stuff that I use from time to time where I'm previewing them for the modders, doing some testing, and I just never want to accidentally release a mod for some modder before it's ready to go. And so I know that much about myself. I'm very forgetful, and so we've always been very careful not to directly link our mods. But most of the mods I use, when people ask about them, I drop a link to them in my Discord server. We have a channel called ModLinks FS22, and all the mods that I use, I usually link in there, and then that way everybody can get access to them. Everything that I use in this series, I believe, is a publicly available mod at this point, so you can definitely find it online. Yeah, I think this map is actually based out of upstate New York, but it does definitely remind me of areas of Pennsylvania that I've driven through. I'm betting this field up here that we're headed to I can probably do without even needing to bring the gravity wagon up here as well, so we'll see how fast we get through this, but that's kind of the hope, is that I can go do the contract and then start headed back afterwards, and we'll see where we meet up to unload it. I might even be able to unload this directly into the sell point from the combine, depending on which sell point it is. We'll have to find out. I will say I'm looking forward to making enough money to hopefully get another field here on our farm and focus more on farming our farm, do a little bit less contracts, just because it takes so much time to move around on a big map like this. I'd rather be farming the rest of the fields right up by our farm, I think. So we're gonna probably, before next stream, before we get into spring for sure, where we're handling our planting, I think I'm gonna look at that lease land mod for this playthrough. I don't think that's gonna be too cheesy. Well, we'll do some math on it and make sure it feels fair. The whole point is to have a little bit of a struggle. We want some challenge on this playthrough, I think. Hey, how's it going, Kendall? How's it going? We're almost there. I do like this older style combine, but I do think it's probably one of the pieces of equipment that I would love to upgrade, just because it's so slow. Yeah, Gadwin, I know a lot of people lease land. I know we did when I was working on the farm. The way that mod works, and then it's very dependent on how you configure your seasons and days and stuff, for whether or not it continues to, I guess, feel fair from a gameplay perspective. So we'll have to see how it goes. Now, I haven't been up here. I keep looking at the map. I'm trying to figure out where the driveway to field 30 is going to be. I know there's a driveway here to get up into some of these fields, but I think it's up here. I think there's another driveway just before we get off to the edge of the map here. I'm going to take that. There's one right up here by 29. I think that's where I want to go. Yeah, I wonder what the fuel cost of driving up here was. I think real life fuel is starting to line up with farm sim fuel prices. I'm pretty sure we're hitting soybeans up here, which should be good. And actually, this field looks a little bit bigger than I thought it'd be. We'll get it opened up, but we might have to put a worker on after all and go grab that gravity wagon at some point here. And I think this is where I do need to grab the auto drive courses to put on here, just so that we can move some equipment around when we're doing stuff without having to drive it all ourselves, because it is starting to take a while to get around on the map. Now, I think we forgot to hook the header up here, and if I remember right, it's on this side. We had some problems with manual attach and this older combine and its headers here. So I'm just trying to see if I can get that to work, but it doesn't look like it. So what we'll do is we'll temporarily disable manual attach. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, and luckily we've got some pretty nice grass areas here on either end of the field. So I'm going to go ahead and take the headlands off on this little piece here, because this is going to be the long way to go. And then when we turn back around here, I think I'll follow that around that cusp of trees behind us. That'll give us plenty of room on this end, and I'm not too worried about room on the other end. It looks like we've got a pretty nice grass embankment up there, so we should be plenty good to go. Get my header selected so I can actually raise and lower it while we're trying to turn around here. This combine does like to get a little bit hung up on the big terrain changes on some of these hills sometimes, so it's always handy to be able to raise the header up, although it looks like even in the lowered position this header's sitting pretty high. The grass is taller than our soybeans here. If this was real life, I'd definitely be trying to stay out of the grass a little bit better. I know we always had some problems if you got too many big clumps of grass like that pulled in with the soybeans. You could definitely plug some things up. And I think we might as well take 2 passes off like we usually do, just to make sure we've got plenty of room here. I know there's a driveway and everything on the other side, but never underestimate the trouble that a farm sim worker can get into, that's for sure. And seeing that we're already at 13% here, just taking off a headlands on this end, we're definitely going to need a gravity wagon before we finish the contract here, so we'll be running back up to the farm to grab that here shortly, I think. Now, I think though what we'll do, we've got all the headlands off. Let's go ahead and start down on this long end. Maybe we'll take this up to the end, and we'll see if we can take the headlands off on the curvy end, or at least take a headland pass off on the curvy end. My goodness, we're all over the place. Stranded Kansas and quick pool break, thought you'd stop by. Well, good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're enjoying your current trip activities, and yeah, appreciate you stopping by. Trio Gaming, I was actually just thinking that Field 30 looks a little bit like Nebraska for sure. Ryan, looking good. Currently trying to figure out how you're gonna pay for Lime 2. Yeah, exactly. Luckily, Lime was pretty cheap. Lime was not as expensive as I thought it was gonna be. The extra dry fertilizer that we ended up purchasing, that was what really killed our finances here. But we did buy a header, so we're all set there. We've got both of our headers now owned, which is a good place to be. And hopefully we can continue to make some money. We need to be able to, at a minimum, lease a seeder in the spring. And yeah, I don't know. We're close right now. We're close. Dirt Biker, love the videos. Keep it up. Appreciate the kind words, sir. I've definitely enjoyed making the videos. We're going to get back into more normal video content as well. I'm loving doing the live streams every week, but we've got to get a good Let's Play series going on the video side as well. So I've got something in the works. We're working on it. Levi, you're going to log off for now. Have a good one. Appreciate you coming by for the stream, sir. Yeah, we've got plenty of room to turn around up there, so I think I am going to set this guy off on the worker and go get that gravity wagon here. And for next stream, we're going to get the auto drive courses over here, I think, just to keep things fresh. We did a lot of driving around the last couple episodes so that we could hit contracts. And I'd like to avoid spending the entire episode driving from one field to another if I can help it. And this is going to be a very awkward corner here, so we'll set the worker off. And here we are. I wish I could hook this trailer up to that pickup. I'd probably actually haul the little Kilbros here with the pickup. They need to make a mod. I'm driving the wrong way. They need to make a mod where you can file for a grant and have like a 40% chance to get it for a bit of equipment. There you go. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you've got like the ability to do a lease, so. Trying to find a small but effective plow is difficult. Yeah, actually, I'm using a small set of chisel plows that Pleasant View Farms put together for me because I couldn't handle using anything too small. All right, let's see. I've got some more gears I can go in here. There we go. Now we're trucking. Yeah, Old Man Jeb has been our auto drive guy on the servers lately. He's been setting up all the courses and the paths and the points for everything on our multiplayer servers. So I know everybody in the community has very much appreciated that. Lone Hail, as far as the headers and manual attach, I've noticed quite a few starting to make me attach from the other side. I did notice that as well. That one I tried to go to the other side, but it didn't seem to work. But it's been a lot of different headers I've had problems with the manual attach mod. So I don't know if it's a mod conflict or what's going on. Yeah, Ryan, we could all use a legend like Old Man Jeb, because he's been knocking it out on the multiplayer servers for everybody. Jackson, assuming you mean the multiplayer servers are for channel members, and so there's a join button under the video there. For $5 a month, you can join the Kedrick Farms community and get access to all of our multiplayer servers, as well as a members only section of the Discord server. Yeah, Jackson, the chisel plows the chisel plows are not private. I'm pretty sure they were released. If they're not, they should be on Pleasant View Farms' itch.io page, if I'm not mistaken. If they aren't there, he most likely would release them at some point soon, especially if somebody asked about them. I know he sent them to me over Discord, but I'm pretty sure he either released them or is planning to release them soon. I know he released the cultivators that I'm using, the tractors, like all of this Alice Chalmers stuff that I'm using. Is something that Pleasant View Farms has been working on. Oh, there's a car coming. Woo-woo. There we go. I probably should have waited and gone up one more road. Yeah, this is definitely taking the long way there. My bad. Too late now. We'll make the next left turn. Northern, you guys still need to get your beans in. That's unfortunate. I know a lot of people are behind where they'd like to be right now. We've had some interesting weather so far this year. Yeah, Jackson, if you hop on the Discord server, I'm sure Pleasant View Farms, he's off for the night, but if you chat him up tomorrow, asking if the chisel plow that I'm using in the series is going to be available, I'm fairly certain that he plans on releasing that here soon. I think he just had a couple more things he wanted to do to it. Yeah, Gadwin, it's been 86 here in southern Michigan, which it's normally not that hot, but I can't complain. Ryan, you guys don't even have all of your corn in yet? Yeah, it's been a crazy year for weather in different areas. It's funny is like we've had great weather here, you know, no complaints at all. But I know a lot of people are having some crazy weather this year. All right, one more map check. Turn right and then turn left. We've got this. I'm missing the steering wheel. I've got it all set up and now I'm like reaching over it. I really wish that it hadn't failed me this stream. We'll have to do some better testing ahead of the stream next week for sure. Same here in Ohio, a lot of ground not planted yet, yeah. Yeah, Old Man Jeb, I'm not actually sure. I mean, I'm sure I can clear it out. I don't know why it would be stuck in a bunker. But we can definitely take a look at that. I think we've got some mod updates we need to do to the servers anyway, so I need to take everything down to update some mods and restart some servers here at some point, so we'll have to try and take a look at that tomorrow. We're almost up here. I'm really hoping that this combine made good choices and went the right way and is still harvesting right now. I've seen our dollars tick down a few times here, so I know we're at least paying for the worker, hopefully not paying him to drive into a tree. Yeah, especially on this map, like, you know, most of the farms are starting out pretty small. I didn't give everybody a ton of extra money, and so every little bit counts for sure. Oh, the AI worker is starting to get full, so that means he's still trucking here. We've got to get up here and get this grain or this combine unloaded. I think I'm going to take the first road. We took the farther road last time, but I think this one curves around here. And we can get over here to our field pretty easy. Oh yeah, I like to make them struggle on the multiplayer servers. We've got a few, I'll call them power players, that are really good at min-maxing with Farm Sim, and so you can't make it too easy on people. You've got to put a little bit of challenge in there. Plus, the whole point of multiplayer is for people to kind of work together and share their resources, and you know, we've got people are very neighborly, I'll say, helping each other out and stuff. So it always works out pretty good. Now I'm gonna stop this guy actually, since he's right here on the end, and move him over to this little bit that we have left to do so I can unload him on the go. Not that there's really that much space to unload. So this is gonna be one of those things that sounds good in my head and in practice is probably gonna be somewhat impractical, but we'll give it a shot, why not? Go, go, go. I've got the, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I always forget with multi-terrain angle, you've really got to line your angles up pretty good. So we're going to stop goofing off here and just unload things a little bit at least. We'll clean this part up and then let him get going on the long stuff again here. We'll take him down to 70% or so. Tuck some money away and keep the cows fed, exactly. It's about 93 degrees there in Michigan today. Yeah, we were at 86, 87 where I was at, I think. I don't know. I didn't actually go outside. I was just checking on my phone. Well, I went out this evening after it started cooling off again. But it was hot today. On the plus side, we got parts for your versatile 855. Nice. Alright, I'm just cleaning this little bits up here. We'll just send the worker back on its way. I think it's going to get to the end and turn around so we can unload on the go with its 80% full here. Feel confident in saying that, just so that when it doesn't happen I can face palm for opening my big mouth. There we go. Let's try it. Let's try it. Off you go. Alright, I think we're going straight as well, so let's get up here and get ready to unload. I do have, I think, the vehicle speed sync mod on here, so that at least should be a win for us as we're coming back down. There we go. Alright, well, we're stuck in the trees. Just waiting for this combine to get up here. We're not keeping up with our water this evening. We've got to do a better job of that with the live streams and all. Don't need to be losing my voice. I know there was a few months back where I was just getting back into things after surgery, and I forgot to drink water for that first live stream back, and almost lost my entire voice for a couple of days after that, it felt like. I don't do, my wife would disagree, but I don't talk that much when I'm not streaming, so it always feels like I've done way too much. Yeah, I'd be curious to see if we see any Alice Chalmers start coming out on console here, because I know that a couple of them have come out now, just not the, or at least one has come out, just not one of the bigger, or the smaller ones. I think it was a bigger one that came out. Why are we blocked? I'm not in front of you. Get over yourself. I guess I'm a little close though. There we go. See if we can find that sweet spot for unloading. We're not going too fast or too slow. We're going too slow. I don't think I have my key set up for vehicle speed sync right now. There we go, that should work. Perfect. It's always deceiving what part of the box you're putting the crop in when you're driving alongside it sometimes. I really wish they would fix the grain going through the bottom of the trailers and stuff issue. Here we go. I think we're going to just sit on the end here, though, and let him finish unloading, because we didn't... Well, apparently not. He's going to take off. We'll just unload on the go one more time. Trio, before you joined the stream, you harvested soybeans in FS20, and now I'm watching you harvest soybeans in FS22. Nice. Yeah, it was actually in FS20 a little bit over the weekend myself, checking it out again. I've had it on my phone for a while, but I just never got that far in it. Partly because I can't get over the equipment. I just wish that they would have offered some more American-style equipment on the mobile version, but it is a good way to burn a few hours here or there. It's funny that I think that was the most asked question during my live stream that I did with Giants a couple weeks ago to Kermit was, when is the new mobile version of Farming Simulator coming out? So they did not want to answer that question. I did see on their website they were hiring some mobile developers though at one point, so I'll be curious to see what they come up with. More maps would be good, yeah, exactly. I think that's one of the big problems with the mobile games has been that they've, at least the ones that I played, which I think I played the last 3 of them, it's just one map. And the maps of the more recent map has been a little more interesting because there's actually some terrain, it's 3D, but the maps have been fairly flat and uninteresting in the mobile games so far. I do all the dev, old man Jeb. Alright, Mr. John Deere, let's see it. I'm not blocking you. Get over yourself. Let's go. And go. The struggle here is always making sure you've left enough room for the pipe to come out, but also that you're not too far forward that it goes out the back. There we go. We're definitely going to fill up on the way back down here, and we're not going to have the combine emptied because this thing unloads at a snail's pace. So I guess the good news is we'll have our first load to take up to whatever elevator this needs to go to, and hopefully the combine will have enough capacity to keep going for a few rounds while we're off delivering this load, because we are officially full. So let's bring up the map here. Oh, that's pretty close, although we got to get across the river is the unfortunate part. So we do have to skirt around all this stuff and take that big bridge, it looks like, unless there's a ford here somewhere between fields 10 and 13, which would be amazing, and see how it goes. All right. I'm kind of excited, actually, to take this to a new sell point that we haven't been to yet. I always like going to new sell points, although, actually, now that I say that, I think this is the sell point we actually did take our grain to, now that I'm thinking about it. Well. It is fairly close to the field we're working in, though, so it shouldn't be too bad. A nice old Minneapolis Moline tractor would fit on this map too. Yes, that's for sure. So I'm gonna risk it. I think there's a ford here across the river. I could be mistaken. Nope, I'm definitely mistaken. That's an island, not a ford. Alright, well, in that case, we're gonna make a quick turn to the left and get back on a major road here. Unfortunate. I know some of the other spots on the map, the river has more of a dirt road, a ford style to get to some of those islands in the middle of the river, so I was just hoping that there was a little bit better of a path up here so that we didn't have to go all the way back down to the major road here, but that's alright. If there's any water, I'm sure there's a ford stuck in it. There you go. Vincent, well, I'm glad that's done. The last 2 wagons off the field and stashed in the shed for rain tonight. Very good, very good. Jump off here for a couple minutes and go to the house. Sounds like fun, sir. I'm complaining about, you know, taking a couple of 100 feet down the road here, too. It's not like it was overly far to get down here to where we need to be. Of course, at this rate, by the time we get to the sell point, the combine's going to be all full and sitting there waiting for us, I think. I do want to wrap this contract up, though, tonight, which we should be able to without too much of a problem. Hey, Suzette, welcome to the stream. BBA Conaben, welcome. How you doing? We've got not too much more. Oh, I think this is actually us right here. Come to think of it, I thought we were going up to the next sell point, but this is the right one. This is where we took it before. Good deal. I'll be curious to see what our contract percentage is after we get this load out delivered here. As always, I always hope for a little bit of leftovers that we can either sell or store on our own. Oh my goodness. We've gone right into the barrier there. Here we go. This thing doesn't dump overly fast, but shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I probably should go in the other way. I always like going this way because I felt like it unloaded out the left side better than the right side, but the right way into the elevator is probably to drive straight through. Usually there's a scale that's the best way to go in and out. The unload speed is probably somewhat realistic, but feels so slow. 51% transported for field 30. There we go. So one more load and we'll have met our contractual obligations for delivery at least. If we can get back up to the combine fast enough here, I would love to keep him moving and be able to do the unload on the go thing. Seemed like 2 passes down the field pretty much met all of our needs to fill this thing up. Yeah, Kyle, this would be great on console, the Alice Chalmers. I just don't think you're going to see this particular version of it hit console. This is a conversion from 19, and so I think that a lot of permissions would need to be found, and probably a lot of things would have to get cleaned up to make it all the way to console. Just as an example, and Pleasant View Farms has done a great job with this tractor, but there's no dashboard utility or anything in here right now, so I think some of that would need to get cleaned up before it made its way to meeting the quote-unquote giant standard for console. Yeah, Gedwin, like I'm not so much talking about the speed of the tractor, but the unload speed there. And maybe this was just how I ran our gravity wagon, but I would always crank that thing open pretty wide when you had a dump pit to go into. You could unload a gravity wagon pretty quick, actually. We actually had even 25 years ago, we had a really nice grain leg set up. And so I could put, I forget how big the pit was, but I feel like it was 100 or 150 bushel. I could get into the pit itself, and so The auger would unload pretty quick too, so you could unload a little, you know, what is this? Probably a 300 bushel gravity wagon right quick. But it is what it is. Yeah, we had a grain leg that would push it all up into a wet tank, and then the wet tank would unload in the dryer for us. So I forget how many bushels would go into the wet tank, maybe like 1,500, because we could put two semis in there. So I feel like it was like 1,500 to 2,000, which for our small farm was pretty good. And so we had two semis and then a grain truck with a gravity wagon. And so you would get both semis in and then fill both semis and the grain truck and gravity wagon up. And by the time you'd filled all that up, you'd usually have enough capacity to dump at least one of the semis in again. And by then you've, you know, gone for a half a day and you take a break and you get some lunch and let the dryer catch up and such. So good times. This is not even worth my time, but we're going to try and sneak in here for an unload. He's not even going to get his auger out before he's at the end, is he? It's so slow. Nope. All right. To the other end. I'm really going to hope that he makes it back to the other end here for us. We'll switch over there and watch we'll work with the combine here a little bit once I get this parked up on the other end. Mr. Nagy, how you doing, sir? Good to see ya. Alrighty. There we go. So we got 172 bushels in here. We need 300 bushel to take up to the elevator, a full gravity wagon here. So not too bad. It's gonna be more than 2 passes, I think, to get that all filled up. Why can't that combine be on console? So Tired Iron Modding did this combine, and it's extremely detailed. There's a lot of detail to it. In fact, if we hop in here, we do have working gauges and stuff for all of our side gauges, and the file size on this is actually pretty significant. So I don't think it's gonna make its way to the in-game mod hub anytime soon. I don't know if he has any plans to work on this some more to try and do that, or if this is just gonna stay a PC-only release on his itch.io page. I suspect the latter, though. Suzette, do you have good mods for PC? We do have quite a few good mods. I do enjoy having access to the variety of mods that are available on PC. Alright, so he's done there. Let's go ahead and hop in this guy. Get all fired up and ready to go. And line this up. Hopefully he gets his auger out a little bit easier this time. Whoa. That hill always catches me. I mean, last time as well, we kind of got going pretty good there. There we go. We are 80% done with the harvesting part on this field, though. That's pretty good. Awesome. Kyle, how you doing? There's your shout out. Now, I'm wondering, because we only had 176 bushels in the combine, I'm wondering if the unload speed and the harvesting amount here is going to match up. You know, will we hit that 300 bushels we need before we empty the combine out on the next pass here? That's the question in my mind for sure. It looks really full. We're only at 64%, but the gravity wagon looks like it's all full up here, so that's kind of unique. We're getting closer to empty on the combine here, so I am going to zip up here and we'll unload it on the go again. Zeke and Streak, thumbs up, bud. Hope all is well with you. Appreciate it, sir. All is going well so far. And Perma's modding in the house. How you doing, sir? Able to catch the last little bit of the stream at least. Really not a fan that we're open till 10 now. Yeah, I can appreciate that, especially in the summer now. There's a lot of fun things to be doing in the summer, not necessarily involve working. So I know my teenager is lifeguarding at a local country club right now, and so he worked on Memorial Day. He had a 7-hour shift where he was outside in at the pool for well, 7 hours in 80+ degree, 86 degree weather. So he was pretty wiped out by the time he got home on Monday. And then I think he had another 5-hour shift this afternoon after school. So he's working hard, which actually makes me really proud. I love seeing my teenager out there making money, doing his thing, and it's not like I'm harassing him or forcing him to be out there and having a job. So it's been really cool seeing him go out there and find his way in the world, so to speak. I'm digging this combine though. It's working out really well. It's perfectly sized up with this header. We are not having any real power or performance problems. It seems to be pretty consistently hitting this 5 to 6 mile an hour. So get turned around here. Now he did not have enough beans in the hopper there to top me off, but hopefully by the time we get to the end of the field here, it'll straighten back out. Come on. There we go. Get our cruise control going. Yeah, Gadwin, it really depends on what kind of a job you have here. Like, I know a lot of people get paid every 2 weeks in the U.S. Versus, I mean, I think a lot of hourly jobs are more weekly based, but you see a lot of every other week in at least most technical fields. I know that's how I've always been paid when I was working there. As a contractor now, I only get paid once a month, which has been an interesting shift, just, you know, in keeping track of all of that. Mostly that's because it's easier to, on my end, to only have to send a invoice on a monthly basis. I would hate to have to put that together every week. IDK just had surgery today, so you're recovering watching your streams. Well, hopefully you're recovering well, sir. I know I've gone through a number of surgeries in the last few months, and I can definitely appreciate the just needing to find something low-key and easy to do while you're on the recovery path. I need 6% more before I'm going to drive up there. I'm not going to risk missing out on filling up the contract here when we haul this up, so I think we're just going to shut this down, and we'll take the combine up here and finish this field off before we head up to the sell point. Scooter's workbench, sounds like your teenager is pretty smart for his age, meeting the country club girls. Exactly. It's funny, so last year with COVID and everything, he was delayed in getting his driver's license. So he's 17 now. But last year I was still driving him up there because he's working at the same place he worked last year. and a buddy of his got him into this country club. And I go to pick him up, and he's there talking to the cute teenage girls at the country club. So he's definitely doing something right. There was definitely quite a few people his age around and about. And Perma's modding, that thing that you sent me a couple days ago, I am hoping to work into a video in the. I'm gonna launch a new series here soon. I'm asterixing myself because every time I say I'm gonna do something soon, life gets in the way. But hopefully soon here. I've got a couple of things in the works, and I think that is something that's gonna fit in well with that. And Vincent's back already. Good to see you. We're gonna pick up this little scraggly bit that I missed right there because it bugs me. And we will have enough to top off the gravity wagon here for sure, which I would hope since we're almost done with this field. I'm gonna take this back down, we'll empty it out and haul it up, and we'll be able to top off this contract. I can't even remember how much this contract is for. In fact, I'm gonna hit escape and let it save my game real quick, realizing we haven't saved since we started it, I'm pretty sure. Good deal, good deal. Where's my, I'm looking for the contract window. 4,500 bucks won't be too bad. And I suspect we're gonna have a little bit of soybeans left over that we can sell on our own. Francis, I am actually using a green screen today. I used to use a green screen all the time, and then I got away from it for a lot of reasons. But today we came back from being out of town for 4 days here, and things were not set up the same way. I moved some things around and didn't like what my backdrop was, so I just grabbed the green screen real quick and set it up behind me today. But we'll see how it goes. We might, I don't know, I'm kind of liking it again now that I've got it set up because it feels a lot less, I don't know, intrusive. Like when I have the big cube up and it's like, you know, my whole background, it seems to take up so much space on screen. So I kind of like having the green screen where it's just down at the bottom like this. It seems to work a lot better. All right, I've got 15 bushels left in the combine here. No idea how many bushels we're gonna need to fill this contract, but since one wagon put 51% in, I expect that those 15 bushels will be money in my pocket here. We'll probably store them in the bins until the price is right. We'll take a look at the price once we deliver the contract beans here. We could use some money though, so I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. Fourth generation farmer, waiting for the recovery to be over. You want to start planting again? Yeah, exactly. I can appreciate that a lot. It's never fun to be getting held up with surgery when you've got stuff to do. You need to be out in the fields getting work done. Best wishes, sir. Ryan Lunt, welcome to the stream. Always good to see you, sir. You're catching the tail end tonight. We've got our couple of contracts done here. We've got enough room to do at least one more contract this month as we get into the stream next time. I'm looking to see if we've got any other harvesting contracts that have popped up. It doesn't look like it. So we'll probably be skipping ahead to November next stream and seeing if we can get another good harvest contract. I'd love to get a corn harvest contract going, get some more corn. There's always a little bit more running around and things to do with that. And especially if I get the auto drive courses set up here, that would be good. Now, where are we going? What are we doing? We're going away from our sell point here. We're on the diagonal going the wrong way. We're gonna cut in on this, I think this is a little dirt road here. Yeah, I'm gonna cut in on this and cut across. Hoosier Haymakers, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Francis, this is Middleburgh by Nitrodad. The link to download the map is in the description of the video. King Randy, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. I've got chat windows on both sides, so I'm like getting my neck workout today. Got the YouTube chat, got the Discord chat. We're bouncing all over the place. There we go. We're going to try and remember to go on the right side of the elevator, or I should say the left side, the correct side of the elevator this time. Go in the in instead of in the out. I'm just proud that we're remembering to put our flashes on most of the time these days. Get rid of the ugly HUD here while we're just putzing down the road. We'll completely miss the turn and go flying into the ditch is probably what's going to happen with that. That beautiful river view, though. Alright, it's coming up because that was a stop sign. Oh, we narrowly missed that car. No entering the exit. There you go. And we have arrived. I do like that this is a nice, easy sell point to get to from our contract field there. I feel like so often the contract points are so far away. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit of a frame drop there. I don't know what was going on for a second. That's my computer or the map or what? Guess we can turn our HUD back on here, see what's going on. See when we run past the contract amount. If we look here, I'm filling up here 92%. Julian F. Modding is making a 7080 Chalmers for all platforms, you heard? That sounds like something he would do. I know he's got a few things in the works. I'm watching here. I want to catch this before we sell too many because I didn't look at the price yet. So as soon as the contract's done, I want to stop dumping the beans. There it is. All right. Yeah, we're going to hang on to these. And if I look at the price here for soybeans and show the price fluctuations, you can see here where we're at. And prices are a lot higher in July. So we're going to hang on to these till next year if we can. They're only going to go down from here for quite a while. It's going to be pretty abysmal, so we can get almost double for these beans if we do it later in the year. And I think that's going to be worth it. We've got an extra bin here. We've only got a little bit of corn in one of the bins, so putting soybeans in the other bin should be no problem whatsoever. And I think we can drive the combine back. There's only like 15 bushels in the combine. So we can bring the combine back up to the farm here afterwards. We'll take this up there and get the augers set up and get all this transferred into the bins right quick. Yeah, fourth generation farmer. It is cool to see more and more brands coming to FS22 for sure. I am excited to check out the Kubota DLC, see how that is. Be nice to get some smaller modern equipment in as well that's hopefully going to be coming with some American variants. I know at least one of them that I saw had like an American slow-moving vehicle sign and flashers on it, so I'm hopeful that that's going to be a pack that they release with some American versions of tractors to be used. Rap Attack, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream, sir. we're gonna run. We've been running a little bit over with this series. Usually I like to cut myself off right around 11 p.m. Eastern time here, but it feels like there's always just a little bit more to do before I want to wrap up the stream. So we're gonna try and put these beans in the bin here real quick before we wrap things up. Just say we did it. We've got to get that international hook back up to the auger when we get up to the yard here. Farmer Groot saw the live stream with Kermit. Good job and good stream. Much appreciated. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to get to hang out and talk to Kermit a bit. And just, you know, I saw a lot of familiar faces there, but also saw quite a few new faces being on the official Farming Simulator channel there for a little while. So that was a ton of fun. Rap Attack, I stream every Tuesday night from 9 to 11 Eastern Time. So that is my current live streaming schedule. And then hopefully videos resuming this week again. I know I said that last week, but I forgot that I was going to be out of town for 4 days. So now that I'm back, hopefully we'll see some more progress on that front as well. Yeah, the 40 series from Black Sheep Modding is nice. The 4640, 4840s would be nice for sure. I want to see a good, I want to see all the good old school John Deeres come back, because when I was farming, we had a 4240, a 4630, and a 4850 that we used. And the 4630 and 4850 both had front wheel assist. So like at some point I'd like to recreate all the equipment that I had on the farm back in the day. Get Sid Modding's 9500 going again. The whole 9 yards. Yeah, Farmer Groot. Unfortunately, this is a PC only map. It is a 4X, so there's no current possibility that I know of to get 4X maps onto console. Yeah, FS11, there weren't very many brands at all, I can imagine. Yeah, Rap Attack, I had surgery about a month ago, so there was some downtime and recovery from that, and then it's just been, life has just been crazy. We've got a lot going on, but hopefully getting into a routine here. Although I chuckle when I say that because I was just talking to my wife at dinner about the fact that she's got 4 business trips coming up over the next 2 months where she'll be gone for, you know, anywhere from 3 to 5 days. And so it'll be fascinating to, you know, just manage life with 2 kids without the wife. I'm nowhere near the super parent that she is, so life is just chaotic when she's gone. We get by, but it's always chaos. Oh yeah, that's right, Pleasant View Farms is working on a 7080 Alice Chalmers as well. Now, I don't know if he has any intention of trying to get a mod onto Mod Hub at some point. Most of the stuff he's been doing has been conversions and edits from FS19 to FS22, but I would love to see Pleasant View Farms, I'll say, graduate to doing some mods and trying to get something on the Mod Hub at some point. He's come a long way since he started recently, which has been a lot of fun to watch a member of the community learn how to mod from scratch and start putting out a ton of stuff. I know I've enjoyed using all of the stuff that he's released here for us. Oh, look at that. First time and I didn't even move it out of place. All right, let's see here. I think it's actually all set up and ready to go. Let's try it out. We do have to swing around the loop here, though. Get the gravity wagon on the correct side of the auger. Yes, the 4630 was a hydraulic front assist, and it did not work at all. The mechanical front wheel drive worked a lot better. In fact, I don't think we actually used the front wheel assist on the 4630 at all. But it was there. It leaked hydraulic oil frequently. That I remember. We have messed things up, folks. All right, let's see if we can salvage this. All right, we can salvage this. Right there. Perfect. And we're not going into the top, though. Oh, because we're not as aligned as I thought we were. All right. Let's see here. Oh no, I didn't let go of it. What have we done? Oh, that's what I get for trying to be sneaky and drag it over a little bit. My goodness, it's always something. All right, well now we're just going to we're gonna wreck everything. Look at this. We've made a mess. We've made a mess, folks. I guess that's a crash counter, right? We tried to be sneaky. We tried to take a shortcut. Now we're paying the price. I can't even tip this back over. I wonder if I get in the tractor and pull it forward, if I can get it to tip. Maybe? Nope. Oh my goodness. This is getting stuck. Like, how am I gonna flip it back over? Well then. This is where having something with a front loader on it, like a bucket or something, would be nice. Oh, there, we got it, we got it. All right. Well, let's try and hook it up to this again and get it back into position. Here I thought we were about to be done. Oh, I might need to fold that back up. Can I get in this thing? Oh, I can actually drive this thing. Well, that would have been easier. We'll just wheel it over there by hand, maybe. My goodness, that should be a 40 crash counter, probably. The driving mechanism on this is a little bit odd. It like keeps wanting to kick me out of gear. I don't know if it's because I have like the transmission mode on or why it's going from 3 to 1 over and over again. There we go. All right. I think we're hitting the spout there, though, so I can't quite get close enough to get the auger over the bin. It's always something. All right, here we go. This is why I had it off the other way, I think. Is this auger not quite long enough? This was one of the reasons I wanted to do this today was that this is the new old school auger pack that is it BC Bueller released, and I hadn't gotten a chance to really try it out yet, so I was hoping to try that out here, and we seem to be having a handful of problems. Let me get this all lined up here, though, on this other side, because I feel like it was working here for a second before we wrecked everything. And so maybe if I just line this up on this side. The steering is just a little bit weird for me here. Oh, there we go. It's unloading. I'm going to try and scoot it over just a smidge. I think we've got it emptied now, but I just want it in a better position for the next load. There we go. That's going to be perfect. So I'm going to leave that there now. We got it emptied. We do have some left in the combine. We're going to have to go get the rest of the beans out of that combine at some point. We'll probably bring that combine at least back up to the middle of the map, because I think we'll end up doing another contract in the next episode here. But that's definitely enough goofing off here for this evening. We've run a little bit long, but we've had a ton of fun. So we will be back next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for another live stream on this map, most likely. We've been having a lot of fun with this survival playthrough. I was thinking about doing episodes every other in between the live streams. I think we're just going to keep live streaming this series for now. It's been a lot of fun for sure. But stay tuned. I do have a new series that I'm going to be picking up here before the end of the week is my goal. I keep saying it so that I force myself to do it. So hopefully we'll have a video out here in a couple of days kicking off that series with a bunch of new mods and things. And yeah, we'll catch you guys all next week. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's been a lot of fun, everyone. Toby, I agree the auger is almost too small. Gadwin, appreciate you hanging out and chatting tonight. It always keeps things interesting when you guys chat with me. Scooter's Workbench, always good to have you in the stream here, sir. Ryan, have a good one. We'll see you guys all next time. That's all for today. Kedrick, out.